Irony. Three kinds of irony. What is irony? Irony deals with expectations. Irony is the opposite of what is expected. There are three kinds of irony: verbal, dramatic, and situational. I will discuss each one of these. Verbal irony. This is when a character or a person says one thing but means the complete opposite. People also know this as being sarcastic or using sarcasm. For example, the locker room smells really good. Or, awesome, another homework packet? Dramatic irony is when the reader understands more about the events of a story than a character, or the character understands the events to be one way and the reader knows them to be the complete opposite. For example, everyone in school thinks that Tim is the fastest kid, but we know that he cheated in the race. He took a shortcut. So everyone thinks he's fast, but we know he's just an average speed kid, and people challenge him and confront him, and he squirms around with the anxiety of having to lie. But we know, in fact, that he's not actually fast. He cheated in the race. Or perhaps there's a movie where a girl coaches a guy on how to get a girl, and it's a love triangle. So Amanda likes Jake, and Jake likes another girl. So Amanda shows him how to get the girl, but the whole time she likes him, and we know that. But he understands things to be completely opposite in that they're just friends. But there's all sorts of devices that go along with this. So this is common in television shows. You'll see dramatic irony being used to great effect. Situational irony is generally what people are referring to when they just say irony or that something is ironic, and it is when what actually happens or is the complete opposite of what is expected. Something about the situation goes in a way that's the exact opposite of what we expected. For example, let's say we have the survivors of a shipwreck huddled together on a life raft as a rescue plane flies overhead. They shoot a flare gun to get the attention of the pilot, and they hit the plane, and the plane crashes. So in this case, we expect that the flare gun would bring them to safety when, in fact, it condemns them to death. Another example would be if I'm going to give a person chicken noodle soup because they are sick, I intend the chicken noodle soup makes them feel better, but maybe I improperly prepare the chicken and they get sicker because of salmonella. And in this case, that is also ironic. We expect that the chicken noodle soup would make them feel better when the exact opposite occurs. In review, something that is ironic is unexpected. It's more than unexpected. It's the complete opposite of what we expect. So if a character understands things to be one way, but we know it's the complete opposite, is considered dramatic irony. If everyone's surprised by the outcome of the event, no one expected what occurred, it's the exact opposite of what we did expect, and we call that situational irony. And lastly, if someone's being sarcastic, if they say one thing but they mean the complete opposite, then that is called verbal irony.